Hello everybody, Danielle here. I am doing an unboxing of some Tom's Studio writing utensils. I will start with the Lumos Pro. It says the infinitely refillable pen, compatible with 11 Japanese tips. So this was something my husband picked out from Tom's Studio. He did already open it, so this is not how it originally came, but I did want to show the lovely box it comes with. I love this little window where you could get a preview of what the pen looks like. So this is the pen, and this is the color that he ended up choosing. It's like a dark green. I'm not sure if it's going to translate well on the computer, but yeah, this is it. So what you would do is you'd put on some of the tips on each, well, on the end of it. So you'd be able to unscrew one side, put the cap on top just like that, and then put the tip at the end here. So I think that's pretty neat because if you have different needs for a writing utensil, you do want to be able to have the flexibility of having different tips. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different ones you can use. There's a really good variety of different tips. Some of them kind of look more like a brush or a spongy looking tip, and the others look more like a traditional ballpoint pen. I'm not using the right terminology, but yeah, it looks like there's felt tips and fine liners in here, which I think is really neat. So my husband picked this out. It's not inked right now, so I won't be writing with it, and I won't be testing it out. But I did want to show it off a little bit in this video. And this cap is really nice. You could protect the nib simply by putting it on top and screwing it back on. All right. That was the Tom's Studio Lumos Pro. They have a different version as well that has two sides, and at first I thought that was one that had two sides to it. But basically, you'd be able to put two nibs or two tips on that pen, which I find pretty fascinating. This way you go with travel if you wanted to, with two tips at all times. So yeah, pretty neat. All right, so moving on to my pens that I picked out from Tom's Studio, the Wren. And just so we're clear, when I say picked out, I purchased everything here that is in this video. Nothing was sent to me, although that would be nice. But yeah, this is not a sponsored video by any means. I came across this site and decided to order some pens. All right, so this one is basically a small version, I guess, of the Lumos. So I don't have big hands, so I think this is going to be perfect for me. But this is the one that I chose specifically, the purple and I guess more of a navy color to it. So as you can see, it is very compact. It kind of reminds me of a Coeco pen, one of those smaller fountain pens. I'm trying to look around. I don't think I have it next to me, but that's what this kind of reminds me of. It has some flat edges to it so that it likely wouldn't roll too much, at least not without some force, right? So it will be able to stay on the table pretty well. And yeah, this is my first time touching this. It has this little hole. I believe that helps with like the ink flow. But yeah, let's take this out. All right. So it looks like you kind of just tug on it or kind of wiggle it out. So that's how that works. And then you just, I guess, put it back like this when you want to start writing. So you just write as you would with a normal pen. Pretty bottom heavy when you take the cap off. So this is what basically the bottom looks like. Does have some, I guess, Not sure, maybe some oil or something on it. I don't know if you can see. It has a substance on it, so I need to wipe that part off. But maybe because of the way they package it. But yeah, you're able to replace the tip with replaceable tips. I ended up buying some for myself. And then I'm trying to figure out, there's a way to take the reservoir out. So I'll unscrew this and just show you guys. Okay. And then you'll see here, this is what you'll actually be filling or using to kind of soak up the ink into like almost like a tube in a way. And I will test that out after I do my little unboxing, and then you'll carefully put it back in, screw it on, and then that is the bottom part of the pen. You'd be able to choose the color of this separately from the color of this. So it's very customizable with the colors you'd like. And again, the nibs as well could be replaced, which I'm thinking you might want to replace if you're using very different colors. I plan to just use a black or blue ink just to keep it simple. And as you can see, it's not really threaded. It's really just two kind of thick outer rings, so you kind of just need to snug it in there, and it won't come out. So that is the first Wren of this. Let's see. I'll pull this one out. This one's basically the same, so I won't go too in depth on it, but I'll show you the color. I thought it might be nice to have one at home at my work desk, and also one in my work bag when I go to the office. And I did forget to kind of just show you what's in the box itself. It says small but mighty in the center, and it does say here at the top, lift to reveal. So you just lift and you'd see nice small ink bottle. And the other one actually, the Lumos Pro also did come with this at the bottom of the box. So I want to show you that. I'll just leave the pen out for now. So it came kind of in this little section as well. So you pull that out and you'll see that there's a little ink bottle, which I think is perfect if you were getting this as a gift and you didn't end up buying, any additional ink to go with it. I think it's really nice that it came with a small little bottle for it. So that's what's underneath. And then the getting started. It's a little pamphlet on, I guess, what you can do. So this is how you would fill up the ink. So you just unscrew it like I showed you before, and you'll just dip it into the ink and just wait for the capillary action to start, which I can't wait to show you. All right. It talks about the color it would work best with. And yeah, very nice. So as you can see, this color is actually very similar to the one my husband chose for his Lumos Pro. But what I did was I liked the contrast, so I ended up having a lighter green with the outer green. So this is what it would look like in its full form, just like this. Perfect for my hand size. It's not gonna poke me in the face if I just wanted to use my hands to talk. But yeah, this is what that looks like. It's very simple. I like it. I'm not one that really loves like those pen clips, so anything that's really minimalistic, just like this, is really to my liking. All right, so moving on to the next item. So this is actually a mechanical pencil, and to be honest, I actually use mechanical pencils more than I use pens, mostly because I like to be able to erase any mistakes, keep my notes clean, and so it was a no-brainer to also get a mechanical pencil from Tom's Studio. And this is simply just called the mechanical pencil. let's open that up. A really nice box. Then we have the mechanical pencil. And I am just in love with the form of this. This looks classy. It feels weighted like a typical pen would. But at the end of the day, this is a pencil. And you know, it kind of looks like a push pen, but what you do is you just push it like as you would for a mechanical pencil, and the lead would come right out. Very easy, operates just like a pencil would. So you just push the lead back in while pushing the top. And let's see what else might be in here. We have the instructions. Ooh, I love that they did that. So the insert that the pen was in unfolds. Let's see, it says from small seedlings. So it actually unfolds into the pamphlet. Oh, wow. This is lovely. It says, grow mighty oaks from small seedlings. This is really nice. And that little cute squirrel down there, too. This is such a nice little, like, you know, surprise when you open this up. All right. It is pretty neat. I love the little story up here, so feel free to pause and read it. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Let me see how, I thought it would maybe tell me how I would refill the ink. I was just trying to see if this was like art related, but I don't think so. I was like, oh, is that something else? All right, so let's see. We'll pull the top out, and it looks like that is where you'll put the additional pencil lead in. So pretty simple. Try to put that back in. And yeah, very nice construction. Feels really nice. And then that's it. Let me see what happens if I probably this is where the springs are. Yep. Okay. Most mechanical pencils are made pretty much the same. All right. So that is the mechanical pencil. I did get to choose this color, so they have many other colors to choose from, but really, really lovely. All right, so let's get to some writing. Let me clean this up and I'll be right back. While putting things away, I realized that this is actually the instructions or information about the mechanical pencil. So feel free to pause to take a look at what this all says. But yeah, it was not too apparent to me for some reason. All right. So let's fill up with some ink. Obviously, this won't be inked. I am noticing as I'm holding it, it does have some clinking. So if that bothers you, this may not be the pencil for you, but there is some looseness to it that I didn't quite realize before until I was moving it around. But something to note that you do hear that clink only because everything is pretty metallic here. So it won't be a very quiet pencil to use at times. So I'm trying to decide which one I should ink on camera. Oh, and this one wants some attention. All right, so we'll go ahead and choose, I think we'll choose this one to ink. And I will choose to ink it with the Takesumi, the Iroshizuku. This is produced by Pilot, so nothing crazy, but it's just a simple kind of, I believe it's black ink. It may not be completely black, but wait, is this black or it might be blue? Either way, I'd be happy with it. So I do think it is black though, if I remember. I don't know why. In the light, it looks like there might be some hues of blue. So go ahead and just open that. Let me grab a tissue just in case it gets a little messy, just off camera here. And then we'll open this up. We'll unscrew the bottom. And once the ink is in the reservoir here, we'll have to be really careful not to dirty the body of this pen. So I'm going to hopefully show you what this looks like, and you're just going to hold it for a few seconds until you see the entire tube fill up. Go ahead and do that. And there you go. It is completely full. Hopefully you saw some of that. Apologize. This ink bottle is actually not too full. I used it quite a bit in the past. And then you'll simply just put it back carefully into the body. All right, there you go. Fell right in. And you're going to want to wait until the ink makes its way to the tip. So definitely want to probably put it back in to the cap and have it face down a little bit so that the ink makes its way into the tip. So go ahead and do that. Set it down just for a little bit. I'll close off this ink before I spill it everywhere. And then we'll just wait a little bit before we write. All right, let's check and see. All right, let's see if maybe we need to start writing, and we'll get some ink out. I'm just gonna try to write a little bit. Maybe I need to shake it. I did reread the instructions and it didn't actually tell me how long it might take, but hopefully not too long. I'd like to start using this pen. All right, so rookie mistake. I think I may not have put enough ink in there just to get it flowing. So let's try that again. Let's open this up carefully. And I think I need to start seeing the ink get into the felt tip. So let's definitely wait for that. I don't know how long it should take. All right, I think I see some ink coming at the top. All right, let's try that. Put it back in. Whoa. I think I need to let go of some ink there. All right. Okay, great. So I do see the black on the felt tip now. I was like, thought it was full. I didn't want to overfill it. But yes, that should be perfect now. So just get a close look. This is what the pen currently looks like right after you fill it. So you can see the end does have some of the ink on it now. So yeah, let's test it out. I am not a good writer at all. As much as I love my fountain pens and my mechanical pencils, my writing is actually very sloppy. So please don't judge me. I might write in a variety of cursive or just print just to test out, you know, how this might work. And I just realized I got some ink on me, which that's okay. All right, let's see. I'm going to write hello. And that looks really good. Let's get a close up there. It's very smooth. I didn't feel any type of friction on the paper. I am using some paper that typically works well with ink. So I'm gonna write hello, and then my W's are terrible, but I'll do hello world. Very typical. And I will just write some more. This is my new Wren pen. That rhymes. It feels really nice. I don't really use felt tip pens in general, but because this is so fine, this feels just incredible actually. You tend to really love the smoothness of a fountain pen as well, depending on the nib, but this definitely gives you that feeling, and also probably more reliability because it's not a fountain pen nib, it's more of a felt pen. So it doesn't matter what angle you're going at it, because when you're using a fountain pen that has a specific, the typical nibs, you do have to write in a certain way. And sometimes for me, I'm not always consistent with that, so you may not see consistent writing. And as you can see, the ink really is very consistent. I messed up the M, so that's not the pen's fault, that's mine. But yeah, feels amazing. And don't forget to subscribe. And that just feels nice. I'm really excited to try another ink on my green pen. I plan to put blue in that one. Or maybe I'll change it up and make it into one of my prettier, oh, I forgot, is it Robert Foster? It might be. That sounds familiar, Robert Foster inks. But yeah, I haven't decided quite yet. And I think the only downfall though is, fountain pens you can kind of flush out and have, many different ink colors in it. I'm not sure if the felt tip will hold up with different colored inks. So that's something I might have to experiment with. There might be some color mixing in there. So I think that is why you'd want to have the extra tips so that you could replace it over time. And also the extra reservoirs, like the cartridges, so that you could use different colored inks. But yeah, I'll put links in the description below for these pens. I also do want to point out, for those of you who don't know, my favorite snack is popcorn. Like, that is my all-time favorite food. And it's just a coincidence that in the box that came, with all my pens and the mechanical pencil, they gave me popcorn tea. It says, a tasty blend of English breakfast tea with notes of toasted brown rice for a playful Japanese twist, Tom's Studio. And I love popcorn, so I cannot wait to give this a try. It gives you the instructions of what's in it. And I find this to be really neat that they added this into their packaging. But yeah, and then just to show you, this is what comes in the package as well. So it's really nice note. Obviously, I don't think it's customized by any means, but it's still nice to see stuff like this all the time. Obviously, they're trying to get you to post on social media, tag them, which I will tag them. But yeah, this is my first ever purchase from Tom's Studio, and so far I am enjoying it. And you know what? I do want to try out the pencil. It may not be very apparent when I'm writing because pencil is not as, pigmented as a pen, but I'll write kind of the same words. We'll do hello world, and as you can hear as you're writing, you do hear some noise from the pen itself. I'm assuming that's normal. So that's, if you're not a fan of the kind of noisy writing, may not be for you, especially if you move your hands a lot and talk as you hold your pencil. And just a safe reminder to like and comment with your thoughts. All right. Well, there you go. That is my horrible writing, but with some fantastically wonderful writing utensils from Tom's Studio. All right, I'm going to end this video here. It was actually a lot longer than I expected, so I apologize. Hopefully this was helpful to you in deciding whether or not these pens are for you. And yeah, in the meantime, Obviously, my channel is primarily focused on board games, so if you're interested in that, I would love if you subscribed and, you know, didn't miss out on any of those videos. But I do plan on making some other types of content like this on my channel too. So, you know, if you don't mind the board game videos that come out on a weekly basis, I encourage you to subscribe as well anyway. All right. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.